All right. And we are back from break. All right. So I want to do just a couple of logistic things before we cut over to Sage. The first thing is I want everyone to just remember that your character is not there. It's not ominous at all. So yeah. And then the second thing is before we start, how long, if there was a time limit to when Sage did not come back, would you wait? Like I want to establish this now so we don't get down there and like, you know what I mean? Would it
I
be
would
10
like
wait.
minutes.
30 minutes? 40 minutes?
I would wait as long as it took me to do my lemon ritual, plus the length of the conversation I just had with uh the cleric. Like that's the amount of time. So like basically, Orethi's like, I don't know how long it takes to do a religion thing, but it took me like X amount of minutes, so I guess I'll wait that long.
So like 10
Yeah.
minutes?
Sure, that
Okay.
sounds fine.
Yeah, I am in the 10 minutes after the conversation with the cleric sort of fades off into like, us like staring like strangers, uncomfortable strangers do at things like, so, rain, huh?
So we'll say
The
like
first time with
Yeah, kind of toasty in here and stuff, I guess.
Ander,
With
does
the
that sound
fire.
good to you?
Yeah, Ander is very jumpy, so the longer somebody is off on their own in this place, the more concerned he's gonna get. So
All
that
right.
sounds about right.
So Sage, you're gonna have basically like 20 minutes because you
Alright.
weren't there for the conversation. So you walk all the way down. You trudge down to this building here. I'm just gonna. You all are gonna just have to pretend your characters don't know this. So you walk down into this house. I deleted the house, but it is a big. Oh no, I didn't. I did not delete the house. I was smart. So this is what the house looks like, minus these people in it. All right. So it's like just
pretty.
like basically this big mansion. It's boarded up, and what you gather from it is basically like the bigger buildings in this place. When it's wintertime, they're too hard to heat, so people move into the littler buildings, and then like during the summer and the hot times, they'll like live in the bigger buildings and stuff like that. So you walk in and you come through here, and then you go through these doors, and then there's like a downstairs. Okay.
Mhm.
That downstairs leads to a tunnel. Oh, nope, not that tunnel. Whoops, sorry.
We saw nothing.
This is the other tunnel.
I actually can't see anything. I just moved my character sheet over the map.
It's okay. You couldn't see anything anyway. I have it all blocked out. All right, so this is a tunnel. So when you walk in, I'm gonna give you your character.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Where am I?
I'm
What
sure
is
this
happening?
is all fine.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So you arrive here.
Cool.
Right. You see a cultist. This cultist, like, you can tell underneath his robes and stuff, the way he moves and the way he's standing, he's like more concrete than everyone else you've sort of seen. The way he moves and the way he stands, he's like he is obviously has a lot of those cuts on him. As soon as you turn the corner here to your left, your immediate left, you see like a ghoul, like sort of one of those like emaciated like once ravenous like monsters, but basically he's just standing there staring like idly, unbreathing, unmoving, but definitely animated, like in this direction. When you walk down, he doesn't react to you at all. He just stands there, as though he were blocking your exit from going this way. I'm gonna just reconnect. Something weird is going on. I'm just gonna reconnect here.
Okay.
All right, cool. So he's blocking this exit. This guy points down as though he wants you to go down this tunnel, where as you look, it's lit, So you see like another ghoul all the way down here, who's also standing in the same way that that other ghoul is.
Okay.
What do you do?
Um, so she's they're going to look at the cultist, kind of look at one ghoul, look at the other one. So what's up with them?
He just says, "Go down there, talk to the guy. They'll explain everything." I think I lost Jan. 1 second. Errol, you still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
You see him?
Now I don't. Now he's gone. Now he's back.
There we go. All right, cool. All right, cool. So, yeah, he doesn't really want this cultist doesn't really want to talk to you. It's pretty clear.
Well, aren't we pushy? Fine. So they're gonna continue on their way.
All right. So you round this bend and you see in here 2 more ghouls. These ones look different. This one here looks like sort of like a well-dressed sort of like noble.
Okay.
And he's still staring like at you like just through you, like he's looking at your soul. And he has like a book. Give me an arcana check for me.
Okay.
Yep. You have no idea. Just looks like a book to you. And he's sitting at this table. Then this one over here, this ghoul is like he has armor, like a full plate suit just melded into his skin. Like it's just like he's like an armored like knight ghoul, but like there's no way he could take this off. The only places that don't have armor on him are his claws. So it's like a full armor bracelet that just ends right here, and then he just has those like gnarly like sharp claws as hands. And then it's like even his helmet is all there, but it's like it just goes in, and so it leaves his mouth open for biting, but everywhere else on him is just all metal.
Okay.
So is it like zombie style ghoul, like flesh melty, gross?
They're
Or, like,
they're sort of
Fallout
like
style?
zombies, as if like zombies were like way better put together, like that sort of
Okay.
thing. They're like not slow. They're not like their like flesh isn't falling off. They're like definitely undead and definitely like eating flesh for sure.
Cool. All right. So I'm supposed to talk to somebody, and I swear if somebody tells me I need to walk down more tunnels, like I'm gonna be very unhappy. Y'all look really cool. Like I like your little armor outfit there, cool person. But why am I here? Who am I talking to?
He like slowly puts his hand, and you see this guy who's dressed as a noble also has like those like horrific claws, and he like points to the chair across from him, and he says, "Sit. We must arrange a deal."
I'm sorry. Who are you, and why are you giving me demands?
He sort of looks over,
You tell him.
and then he looks at the knight and then looks back at you, and he says, "I am Zika. I am the war leader. I have been put in charge of this place. You
These
have come and killed my cultists. Now you have made it hard for us to go up and get food for the Great One. You will bring us food, or we will take." And then he like points at the chair again, and then his claws land on the table, and like they like make an indent as he like scratches them back to his like his thigh.
When you say great one, what exactly do you mean?
The demon we
Okay.
worship, the demon that made us.
Aha. Yes. So you're telling me that because of me, one half elf, nothing fancy about me, I'm the reason that you can't get food. I somehow find this very hard to believe.
Not you, your group from that civilization. We don't know where it is yet, but if you do not bring us the people, we will look for it, and we will find it.
People am I bringing you?
I don't care who they are.
You just
us.
want me to bring you random people? Like, just go out and find people and sacrifice them to you because for some reason, because me and my party and my friends that happen to be in this town for the first time ever, suddenly you're not able to get food? Are you kidding me? Like, I would assume that if you're so advanced and great cultist with like your
he
little...
like smashes the table, like he just throws the table over and just like cuts you off, and he just smashes the table and he says, "Silence! I know that it was you and your group. Maybe not you specifically, but you did something. And I will send all of my army to find where you're from that does not have this protection of this fog."
So if you can send your army to find where we are, why can't you send your army to go get people and food? Is your army only good for finding places? I don't understand.
He says, "Very well then. No. Please leave."
Okay. Peace.
Fucking love Sage so much.
All right. So they let you leave. All right. So you are back at Sparrow's Crest.
Okay.
Let me reconnect. Oh, Arrow's back. All right. So you arrive back at the temple.
So it's cold in here, right? You know, I kind of miss it when the fire was a little hotter. Oh, Sage, you're back.
What's up?
How was praying?
I may have not been truthful about that.
Oh, we should go.
I'm in favor of going.
We should go.
Let's go home. Or do we need to go somewhere else first?
I can't hear Jan.
I'm avidly in favor of anywhere that isn't here, if I'm being completely honest with myself.
I should
is
mention...
there vile evil to confront?
Well, we may possibly start getting chased by cultists and ghouls at some point. Maybe, possibly. You know, so maybe we shouldn't be here.
Why don't we stay and confront them?
That didn't work out very well for us last time.
Well, the words army were used.
What?
And armies have a lot of people.
How many ghouls have they got? How many did you see?
Down there I saw 4 or 5, I think. 4. One of them
There's
was
4
made
of us.
One of them was made of armor.
Okay.
I'm not very good with armor. Ghouls, you say?
I mean,
Yes.
fireworks on everything, right?
And cultists.
Usually.
There was a very angry cultist down there.
Should we
I
tell
mean, I sort of look around and look at the people, the other people in the church. I'm like, do they know that they're on top of like a ghoul army?
Oh, there's no one here. Everyone is cleared out at this point.
Right. I mean, do the people that live in this town know that there's a ghoul army underneath them?
They know there's cultists. That's what Siegfried said last time, sort of. That's kind of under wraps. I mean, he knows. I don't think the whole town knows everything, but they haven't.
Okay.
They've seen cultists, I think.
So can we go and ask him? Maybe he knows more?
Well, unless he's a cultist. Are you sure we have to be here? I really like the idea of finding a library.
Ooh, yes, I'll find a library. That's what I do because I am the head librarian and I know things and stuff. Okay,
I
let's
mean,
leave.
it doesn't seem terribly heroic.
I mean, sometimes you gotta be the hero, sometimes you gotta be the librarian, like
discretion is sometimes the better part of valor.
I agree with what Anders said. Yeah,
I don't want to get turned into a rock. I like flying.
listen. Whatever person, guy, war leader wanted me to sacrifice people or something. So I think we
That's terrible. We have to stop that.
Zika or something. I don't know, something.
Are we even equipped to?
I don't really care what names evil people call themselves. Whatever. They're threatening innocent people. We should do something about it.
Right.
I mean,
Are
you're
we
a
even
sun
equipped to
person.
handle it?
Does the sun work on them? I've never.
Uh,
I mean,
fireworks
look,
on almost everything. Fireworks on almost everything.
I mean, I do like fire. I don't feel particularly equipped. The last time I tried to fight something, I discovered my magic wasn't working exactly as planned.
What happened?
New spells, and I can't make them work.
So I think we should leave before Zima comes.
Maybe we can get more people to come back with us, and then we can fight, and then we'll have an army, and they'll have, and we'll be less likely to be turned into rocks and not be able to fly ever again.
Yes,
there are others back back home.
Well, all right, but
or something.
And you're concerned that these people might follow us back to where we live and find our friends and hurt them?
Yes. So I think I agree with the.
So maybe we go and confront those kobolds and hone our skills a little bit on them, and then maybe come back here.
Perhaps with others who are more martially equipped than we are.
There is one thing, though, that I just thought of. Our primary way of getting home is the circle, which I don't think is select to just us.
I'm just plugging in my
computer.
It
is.
Is it? Like, it's Gathol only?
Yep. It'll only be you people. It's like a out of character. It's like the amulet, right? It's not like the ghouls aren't going to be able to teleport into your home.
Okay.
That's
as long as it's one of those like, it works because it works with our necklaces. Or whatever, right?
It works with the necklaces. You got to have a necklace. Yep, we'll say that.
All right. Well, then let's take our unfollowable way back home, and then go out and do something about these kobolds.
Yeah, I'm sure Gravy would love to sink his murderous martial weapons into their skulls. Up close and personal.
But we should definitely engage in some daring do, because that's.
We had a plan. I like plans, and I would really like to not be turned into. And colds have been fun. So. And seriously.
I mean, it's reasonable if you feel we're outmatched, then I'm certainly not going to push it. It's just doesn't feel good.
We don't have Coil with us either, and he usually is the one that gets me up when I get knocked unconscious. So
yeah,
I don't like it any more than any of us do, but we have.
That's fine. You don't have to convince me. Let's hit it. Let's do something, but let's do something that let's do something productive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So our skills are better matched to.
So we'll say like, that we'll cut on let's do something productive, and you guys have teleported back, and you guys are going out again, and you're just entering this like humongous forest. So basically there's like a giant forest that you have to travel through for like almost, I think it's like just over 2 days. Let me double check here.
Is this one of those it's fucking dark places?
Yeah, I was just about to get to that. You have to travel for about 2 days to get to kind of where you're going. And it's dark here. So the canopy is like super, super dark. And if you're underneath it, basically someone has to have the light spell active, or it's like really tough to see. That's how like
I just have a lantern because I am not that kind of witch.
oh yeah, that too will also work.
I have dark vision. Is that going to help at all?
Yeah, that means you're fine. Like the darkness of this forest doesn't affect you if you have dark vision.
Okay.
I am gonna take the opportunity to cast light on the ring I'm wearing then.
Cool. All right. So, at the end of the first day, we are going to do a nighttime stuff. All right. So, give me just
Let me
one-
know if my nighttime stuff includes any more weird warlock dreams about the statue of me.
Who knows?
I'm scared. I need
Knows.
an adult.
I'd like to talk to you about this thing with the lemons. I don't understand what you're. I don't understand. It looks like it's important, but I haven't really seen any religious observations in my studies that involve lemons. Can you give me a little more information about that? If
Lemons
you would be
are
willing.
apparently sacred to Shax, who is the one true source of divinity I've ever encountered. So I've been including them in my prayers because it seemed like the thing to do, and it seemed respectful. Just
Shacks.
don't shortchange the gods. Yeah, Shax.
Um,
Otherwise
tell me-
known as. And she says some like horrifying, like undercommon eldritch name with like the same casualness that she was describing the lemons.
Sure. Oh my.
So, I just make an offering and there's a special bow and she like demonstrates and like it I don't know, it doesn't seem very different from what I've seen the clerics of Moradin doing. They all have their own things. That this is the first time
Have
I've
I
ever
heard of
seen
this?
it work.
Give me a religion
Okay.
check.
Have I heard of this Shax?
Give me a religion check.
How would you spell that exactly?
It's
SHAX.
SHAX. Yeah.
Oh, it's got an X in its name. That's how you know.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, there it is. And I will call upon the guidance of Paylor for this as
Sure.
well.
Nice. You know more about this than me, probably.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good roll. So, what you know about shacks is that they are. I mean, they are deific in nature, but not like what most people would consider an actual, like, capital G god. So
Okay.
in the pantheon, there are like gods, and then there is another section of entities. They like that. There aren't a lot of like talks about them, but they're called vestiges, and they're sort of this like undying, could be gods, like middle ground. Like you're not really sure, but she is one of those, and she's the one of those of like the sea, and like kind of like a hag, kind of like, you know what I mean?
I mean, are we talking about like Dagon?
Maybe.
I mean that's what you got.
Okay.
I don't know, man. So far, all
so
Oriki
this
knows
is
like-
this is exactly what Jen is doing. Like, oh, I see.
Have you heard
Well,
the name? I wasn't familiar with it when it was brought up.
I'm sorry, I
Sorry?
didn't hear what you said, Ander.
Are
Oh,
you familiar with the name Jan? I wasn't familiar with it when I brought it up.
let me clarify. I just want to make sure. I looked up Dagon. It is not a demon. Like they are definitely not demons. They are a deific like being, not demonic like.
Right, on a scale of like 1 to Cthulhu, how are we?
I mean, I would say that they're approaching. I don't know, like if normal gods were like a 3 or a 4, they'd probably be like a 5 or a 6. You know what I mean? Like they're not like great old ones or anything, but they're definitely weird.
Okay. So, yes, I've heard some things about that. Shax is something called a vestige. I don't. It's a little tough to. They're deific, but they're not deities. They have a certain amount of power.
Yeah, I
and
think more power than you're maybe giving credit for. I'm just saying.
right. When
I
I say a
mean-
certain amount of power, I mean a certain amount of terrifying power.
Right, so what
Are
a
you saying
god is
Jack
supposed to
system?
be, as opposed to like gestures broadly at like the world, like the
The way I
attempts that
understand it
people are
is
doing in most temples. Just
right.
saying.
No, I'm not. There's no criticism, but the way I understand it is that there's a certain amount of give and take between mortals and the gods. The gods give some, and then the mortals give some,
It's
and they
very
give some to each
straightforward.
other.
See,
Right.
here's how it works, right? To appease Shax, you have to go to the place that we were at. She'll like give the name. It's the Lemon Orchard,
Yeah.
and
Sure.
there are some aquatic friends there. And you have to do the bow and offer some gold, and then you can receive sacred lemons. I don't understand why this is so strange to you, but it makes perfect sense to me, and it's the reason Gravy's still with us. So you're welcome.
Is there any, is there any particular indicator about what the deal with the lemons is
I think it's just the
in
sacred fruit.
in my result?
No, yeah,
DM?
that was not in any of your readings. No.
Like,
Right.
why is this here?
Well, there may be a certain amount of reformed Shaxism involved in the
Yeah,
lemons.
yeah. I mean, it's been a long time, right? Because like, if all of the monsters in the world,
Right.
like, if 200 years passed for them, and then 3,000 years
Right.
passed for them, shit's gonna change.
Right.
You know.
Right. No. Again, this is I'm not implying any criticism. I'm not judging this. I'm that's not what I'm doing. I'm providing you with information.
Cool.
So
Thank you. I'll add that to my book.
the lemon thing seems to be a local variation. Seems like the mainstream reverence of Shax doesn't usually involve lemons, but if they're doing it here locally, I'm sure it is valid and important to them.
Well, I mean, I would ask them about it, but they all ran off or were thrown into the sea after one of our compatriots disrespected Shax. So, anyway, it's all fine. Nothing's wrong. We should
Right.
just
Well,
continue. We have
just
a dragon to go find.
yeah, absolutely. Just be aware that there's a certain amount of like I was saying, there's give and take between mortals and the gods. The vestiges seem to be more in the taking and less with the giving.
I mean, I got the lemons very easily and readily. I don't understand. It was a perfect one-to-one exchange.
All right. So with that,
So this could
like
continue
sort of the
for a
camera
while.
sort of just pans out slowly and just lets that sort of line sink in. So what I'm going to need you all to do is decide. So this is sort of your campsite. I want you to decide two things: where your character is sleeping and like kind of what they're doing, and then we'll actually move the fire over here. That makes more sense. And what order, or what if you guys are taking watches like that, you can feel free to
Can you put
not
us
take
on the
watches if
campsite
you
page?
want. That's
Well, I agree to take a watch, and I'm fine with taking first watch.
Where's the campsite again?
Can you see it? No.
No.
No,
No,
I
we're
just
still
see the
looking at the town.
Yeah.
Likewise.
Yay,
Dang
it's not
it.
just me.
Dang
Sweet.
it! Dang it! Dang it! Dang it! My bad.
Because he's a roll 20.
My bad. It's coming. It's coming. I promise. All right. There you go.
Sweet.
Oh.
These
Where
are
is
like
Andrew gonna
right.
sleep?
these are like trees. They're like big old trees, and they're sort of just casting the shadow. You know what I mean?
Sure. And which one of these is me over there by the?
This one here is you. It should be the only one that you can move to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's my bird.
All right. So, Sage is for part of the night going to do their Mission Impossible stuff,
Mhm.
and then they are going to climb up in the tree and sleep in the tree.
That one is a bush. These ones here, the shade ones,
There.
those are trees.
Aha, there you go.
All right, cool. All right, and you're gonna take. Are you gonna take a watch? Second, third, no watch.
They'll take a watch. Whichever. They'll take a couple of them. Sage doesn't really need a lot of sleep. Like, they're fine on a couple of hours, so they can watch for most of the night if others want to get some sleep, as long as they get at least 2 to 3 hours.
What is your?
Are you
rest?
like
What
one
is
of those
your-
things that has like a half quantity of sleep, like the robots or whatever? Or
I think it's
Yeah,
just how.
The half
yeah.
elves. I think they only need
They have-
like 4
shit,
hours.
yeah,
or something.
you're right.
Yep.
I forgot. I keep forgetting her half elf.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't know that. I just kind of made that up as part of the character. I didn't know that's the thing I actually had.
I was actually
Yeah.
looking to make sure. I was like,
I was
I
gonna
don't
say,
know that checks out.
Yeah, no.
but,
Book half elves need full sleep.
Oh, do they? Okay,
Yeah.
so you actually do need like a full 8
Okay.
hours, or you will
Okay.
get fatigued.
All right, that's fine. I will take a watch though. Whatever. I'm fine with any of them.
Okay.
So I'll take whatever's left.
All right, Arethi, Ander, y'all taking watches?
Ander is going to ask that he not take one. Ever since he has gotten back to Gathol, he has not been sleeping well. But what he will do is head over to each of the tents and spend his time casting the alarm spell over them, and set them to an audible trigger. So if anything gets close to them, then we will have that forewarning.
Sweet. Orethi will take a watch. She'll take like first watch because now she's like,
Oh,
Thinking-
Jan is also already taking first watch.
oh, first. Oh, I didn't realize he took first. I'll take whatever, whichever watch is fine. She'll spend her watch like trying to watch, but in the back of her mind, she's like, "What is the philosophical meaning of the lemons?"
It's
I have nothing special
preoccupied.
to improve my watch, but I have a lantern, so
Okay, so we'll say Jan is first. So someone needs to make a decision. Sage or Arethi, which one's second?
I'll go second.
Okay, second, third. All right, perfect. All right, Jan, nothing happens during your watch. Sage, I'm gonna need you to make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So, you are sort of looking around,
Okay.
and all of a sudden you start to feel like you know that feeling like when you're like you hit the top of something and you have that like sort of momentarily like sort of weightlessness like at a roller coaster, or like when you're driving and you sort of like hit the top of that hill, you start to feel that feeling. Okay. And then you sort of look down and the tree beneath you is like it's turning black and evaporating, like just completely evaporating. So I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
our party is really good at falling off of high things.
Okay. So the tree just evaporates underneath you, and you like try to grab for stuff, and you just like anytime your arm tries to grab onto the tree, it's just not there. It just goes away, and you just completely fall. So you're gonna take 8 damage as you just slam into the ground, and you just let out this noise. Everyone else, give me a perception check at disadvantage because y'all are sleeping.
8.
Well, that's really thinking about that dice roll real hard. Okay. And
There.
woo, I got an 11.
Okay. So Ander wakes up. You sort of hear like this sort of like loud thud and groan.
Oh.
And you wake up and you look outside the tent and you see like some of the trees that were there are now missing. All right, so I'm going to have everyone roll initiative. Make sure that you click on your character, then on initiative.
Where I be?
Why can't I click on my character?
Ugh, annoying.
Always with the 11.
And then initiative.
Oh, we just lost Errol.
He's dead.
He's dead now. Oh no.
You back, Errol?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes
I
if you
accidentally
like
hit the back button.
Yeah, you gotta be careful because it's a web browser. Cool. So we're gonna go in initiative. So basically, that's the first round. All right, Sage, what do you do now?
I am going to. Can I stand up? Like, how injured am I?
I mean, you got hit pretty good, but you could stand up and move around. Like your leg isn't broken or anything like that.
Okay, so I'm gonna go into one of the tents and basically wake up whoever's in there.
All right, so you gotta move. So actually, like, make your movement. So you get up, and that's half of your movement. So you can actually only move like 3 or 4 3 squares. Yep.
No. This way.
As you can
Okay.
tell, many of us are LARPers.
Yeah.
3. Okay. Cool. So action.
Yeah, that's your action, and since you're a rogue now, you can use your bonus action to dash, which is move an extra 6 squares.
1, 2. Okay, I'm gonna do that.
'Kay.
Can I move diagonally?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I go there?
Move your character. I don't see where you're pointing. Yep, that's fine. Yep.
All right, cool.
Oh, Brother Thomas, what if the prior finds out?
All right. Can I wake them up now?
Yeah, you can like yell real loud and wake him up.
Hey, wake up!
Okay.
I didn't do it!
All right. Awesome. So, Arethi, your turn. You were just woken up. You open your eyes and you actually see this tree right here. It just from top to bottom turns black and then just evaporates into nothing. Just
Okay. I'm up here. Am I supposed to be in a tent or should I just be where I am?
oh well, I just said put you where you want to be, and then that's just where.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess I was here because
okay.
I was just woken up. I mean, unless it was my watch, I don't know.
It could have been like I thought you were just nesting or something, like in a tree. You know, you are
I
a bird
wanted to
person.
be near Ander. I don't care. Whatever.
Alright,
Here,
all good.
here, there, doesn't matter.
Not a big deal.
Because either way, I'm moving here, so it doesn't
That's
make
fair.
a difference.
Probably just
Okay.
decorate it.
So tree's gone. That's not normal.
Yep.
Don't like this. Can I make a perception check or whatever kind of check to like spend my turn trying to discern the source of this disappearance?
Yep.
What kind of check would you like?
Give me a perception.
Heard. I have a 16.
Okay. You see over here there is a big
Sorry, I need you to ping it again.
yeah, I'm drawing it. Just 1 second.
Oh.
So there's like a big black sort of like scar in the land. It's just like and it's just sort of black and it just cuts right through the land. Like just whatever's there, that rock, it just shears it right in half. Whatever it is, it's just sort of like this blackness sort of coming up into the sky slowly.
Oh God, what is that? Oh no!
But it doesn't like go up very high. Also, the other thing that you notice with a 16 is that you guys, like the trees over here. Oh, sorry. The trees here
Mm-hmm.
you're like now halfway up them from your perception. So whatever you're on is going up.
Is there any blood in the sky like there was the other day?
You can't really actually yeah, so since some of the trees are missing, then yes, you can see through it. Yeah, there is that sort of, as you look up into the sky, there's that aurora borealis that's just still like looks like blood. Yeah.
I'm going to ready in action to cast Eldritch Blast at the first hostile creature I see.
Okie dokie. All right.
Done.
Jan, it is your turn.
Yeah, so I still don't have any target, right?
Nope, there's no like bad monster thing or whatever. No, there isn't.
Just the world ending around us.
Yeah, I sort of look around and I come forth, creatures of darkness, be recognized.
All right, you can make an intimidation check.
Sure, something I can
Tell 'em.
do. Yeah. A lot of things to. That's what I got.
Yeah, you sort of call out into the sky, you know, but you don't know if you're going to be answered. All right, Ander, your turn.
Ander is afraid
Mm.
because things are that.
Yep.
So I think as an action, he's going to get his mage armor up. As a I mean, question for you, Jason, I guess. Are there any like small rocks or like pebbles that I could grab easily?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. I want to grab a couple of those, and I want to use my bonus action to cast Magic Stone on 3 of them.
Okay.
Nice.
Jan, we lost your video again.
I see him. I don't see Sage.
Oh, really? Jan,
Oh, it might. Let
Jan,
me.
can you
I
reconnect
see me.
for me, please?
My internet cut out for a second,
Yeah.
so I can. Can other people see my video?
I can see it.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I can see everybody. Hooray.
Cool.
That's fine.
All right. So you do that. All right. So at the end of the turn, these are things that happen. So another black scar appears. So you all see this. It's clear and visible. It's like as though a like just something just cuts right into the ground. It just and you hear it, and it cuts like this right through some of these trees, and then anything that it touches just evaporates into nothing. You guys also see that the thing that you're on is slowly rising. Like you can like assess that like the trees outside of the thing that you're standing on are sort of getting like lower. Like you're it's like like that.
Okay.
Then I actually don't think anyone would notice this one, but something changes. I'm gonna show the map, but I don't think anyone has noticed this yet. Like a portion of the map actually just is gonna just evaporate into nothing. Actually, yeah, you would notice that. Yep, that's a big one. All right, so what you guys see is basically the land, like the actual ground, evaporates into nothing. And then underneath it, it seems like there is a new terrain. There's like trees and like what looks like large webbing.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, top of the order, Sage.
Okay. Who am I closest to? Like,
Jan or Ander are both very close to you.
okay. So I'm just gonna kind of look at them and be like, so, I just was chilling and I fell out of a fucking tree that disappeared. What is going on?
I think your guess is as good as ours at the moment.
Cool. Awesome. I would like to stop getting injured. I seem to keep falling out of things and I don't and now kind of gestures to the stuff. This is happening. Like, what is this? Why is the sky blue? Should we go investigate?
I think we
What
should
was the
worry about
name
our
of the
well-being
cataclysm
first.
thing?
It's called the rearranging.
The rearrange. We are in the middle of a rearranging.
Aha. What is the rearranging?
You would know out of
Some-
character that what they call so a long time ago, there was an event that happened that sort of changed the world and rearranged it. Imagine
Okay.
like someone using slide puzzles, but like for the
Okay.
Earth. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Cool. So, what are we gonna do?
Is it over?
Doesn't seem like it's over.
I say we're still in
Not.
initiative, right?
Yeah, you're definitely still in initiative. So it's still your turn, Sage. Like you need to act.
All right. So, let me think. How many spaces am I able to move? 3?
No, 6 this time.
6. Okay. All right. So this is like So, when the tree evaporates, is anything left over at all?
Nope.
Nothing? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Can I move? I think this is 6. Move. Can I move here?
Yep, you can definitely move there. And just so as you get close to this thing at the edge, you peer down and it looks like you're a good 10 feet up now
Okay.
from the floor. And then also give me a perception check.
Yep.
Okay. So after you look down, you see at the first glance you see spider webs down there and trees and stuff like that. But as you look closer, the spider webs aren't actually spider webs. They're they look like spider webs, but they're barbed wire. So if
Okay.
you touch them, it would be like barbed wire, like touching barbed wire.
Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Character.
And that was just your move, what you've done. So
yeah.
far.
So what do I do next?
You can either do an action, which can be move or attack or something, or you could use your bonus action to move or dodge or,
So is this because I'm really bad with measurements, is this too high for me to jump into?
No, you could, I mean, it'll hurt if you make a bad dex roll like you just did, but basically it'll be another fall like that, like you just encountered.
Okay. I'm sure I'm going to do a dex.
All right, so you're gonna leap down.
Yep.
All right, so give me a dexterity check, and we'll do for the fall first. So jump down. What
Dexterity.
square are you trying to land in, basically? When you're landing?
Let me see. Hold on. So the barbed wire is kind of where.
Wherever you see spider webs, those things are
Okay.
barbed wire.
Is this too is it too long or wide for me to jump over, or do I essentially have to jump into the barbed wire?
It would be a very far jump for you to make that jump. Like if you were jumping over it, that would be hard.
Let's go for it.
Okay.
Can I go here?
Oh! I thought you
Is
wanted
that-
to jump like clear onto the other side. Yeah, you can try and jump there. All right, give me
I mean,
a.
is that where is that our spider webs there?
Yeah, we can't. I'm personally having a hard time telling where spider webs
Yeah.
are. Like, I can't because the tree is on top of it still.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I can't. I still can't super tell, but I believe you that they're there.
Yeah. All right. So you can always zoom in too on your map. Yeah. So you could try and jump into that square. So give me a dexterity or athletics, actually.
Mm.
Sorry.
Oh, do you want athletics too?
Yeah. Roll again. Just do athletics. Yep.
Okay.
13. All right.
Pretty good, actually.
You jump and you like land mostly in the tree and sort of use that to guide yourself down, and now you're on the ground and you take 1 damage, just sort of like very superficial damage as you hit the ground.
Okay.
All right, cool. Sage, your turn.
I am Sage.
Oh,
You mean Orethi?
Orethi. Yep.
All right. I have an idea. I just have to double check that I have the right equipment for it. Please, brain. No. I don't. Okay. I'm gonna fly over the edge to look around and see what I can see.
Okay. So underneath you see sort of more of just like an expanse of spider webs. I'll remove it once you get there, but it's just sort of like there aren't any monsters down there that you can see right now, but it's just like a big sort of runes with a bunch of spider webs.
Got it. Can I use mage hands to try and pull a hole in the spider web effect to like make a path in case my friends want to jump down?
So you want to like hold your action to like if your friends jump, move stuff out of their way?
Yeah, with mage hands so that I don't have to touch it personally.
Yep, that's okay.
All right, and I'll say to the group, like, I can clear a path if you want to jump. And then that'll be it.
All right. Yawn. Nope. Is Yawn frozen?
Maybe.
Maybe, quite possibly.
He is looking oddly still.
Yeah.
It's frozen for me.
Errol, can you respond to us in Discord? Nope.
Hmm.
All right. It has been about an hour, so we'll take a break and we'll see if we can get this tech stuff worked out. BRB?
Burb.